First, breaking news. Dozens detained after an all-day and all-night immigration protest in downtown L.A. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Pat Harvey. KCAL's Jeff Nguyen was in the middle of it all, and he's live for us tonight in downtown. Jeff?
Pat, the last time we checked in with you live, we were down that tunnel near Union Station. Right now, you can see all of the black and white units out here. And as we turn our camera in this direction, this is the corner of Alameda and Cesar Chavez, where there is a small group of demonstrators still right here, right now, basically taunting LAPD. At times, we have been seeing people doing donuts in this intersection, which is why you see some of the markings on the ground. Speaking of donuts, we want to show you some examples of the bad behavior that we have seen tonight and why LAPD wanted to put a stop to it very quickly. Take a look. This is a dangerous video of this convertible Mustang doing donuts. Two people are on the back seat recording on their phones when the rear left wheel smacked right up against a curb. The force sending one of the passengers' phones flying in the air. And moments before that, the driver was whipping donuts right in front of a moving Metro bus, narrowly missing that bus as it drove through the intersection. And after the Mustang crashed, a mob of young people surrounded it. A young woman was holding onto the side of the convertible when the driver stepped on the gas, and the young woman went face first into the pavement. Then there was this video given to us by a spectator. This man was waving a flag in the middle of the intersection when a motorcycle hits him and he goes down very hard. And unlike last night, the LAPD and CHP did manage to keep people off the 101. There were multiple orders to disperse, and officers did manage to corral people into a tunnel, about 200 of them on East Cesar Chavez near Union Station. The demonstrators say they wanted to protest the Trump administration's promise to expel people in the country illegally, particularly those charged or convicted of crimes. But the LAPD says the right to free speech went away when violence broke out. Officers say that people threw rocks and bottles at them, vandalized their property, and blocked traffic. Initially, the plan was to cite and release the people in the tunnel, but leadership at the LAPD decided to give them another verbal warning.
They were warned, they were identified, and they were advised that if they do not leave, and if they converge again and continue this illegal activity, they will be cited and in some cases arrested.
So you may have heard over my mic during that video that we were playing, the LAPD again telling people that they need to get out of here or they run the risk of being arrested. We should tell you, however, that despite the vast majority of people being released with just a verbal warning, the LAPD did arrest one person who had a semi-automatic weapon on him. Tonight, they are also trying to find a person who fired off a firework at one of the LAPD helicopters, so they are trying to find that person. But so far, just one arrest as they look to arrest the person who shot firework at the helicopter. For now, we are live in downtown Los Angeles. Jeff Nguyen, KCAL News.
Jeff, thank you. A lot of video made there tonight for police to look over if they so choose. Thank you. But let's get to Desmond Shaw. He's live in SkyCal. And Des, how is this looking to you compared to earlier in the night?
Much more subdued now at this point, Pat, at the corner of Cesar Chavez and Alameda. Only a dozen or so people out here now. This is on the north side of that tunnel where Jeff was just at, where so many people had been detained earlier. And on the south side of the tunnel, I saw literally 2 or 3 people that were over there on one of the corners right over here by the Metro headquarters. So a far cry from what we saw earlier this afternoon and earlier this evening, where at one point there were some protesters on the freeway. We just heard LAPD say, even though they have their helicopter overhead and you see that spotlight there, that at least for right now, they seem content to let these protesters stay here on the sidewalk as long as they're not taking over the street or certainly trying to get on the freeway. It looks like at least for now, they're going to allow this to continue. Much more calm than it was earlier today, no doubt about it. Live at SkyCal overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. Pat, back to you in the studio.
Desmond Shaw, thank you so much.